Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved. Okay, so this time round we're going to be using the Necroa virus. This one is a pretty damn hard one, because it gets spotted very easily. You can't go about the usual route of trying to infect everyone then kill them off. It doesn't work like that with the Necroa virus. I mean, you can certainly try, but you're not going to go anywhere at all. So what we're going to have to do is we are going to be taking a metabolic jump, Darwinist, suppression, extreme foil, and autological reduction, which decreases the speed at which zombies decay. Not too bad. I'm going to be quite honest, I haven't, even though I've done it once on brutal, it does involve a lot of luck, so I'm just going to stick it on normal for the time being, just for the sake of the video. Okay, right. So we're going to actually infect China. That's probably the best place to infect first, because of the pure amount of people that's in there that lives in China. Okie dokie. So we just need to. Let me show you the trees then. So the tree differs a hell of a lot with this one. So as you can see, there is actually no water and air transmission, which does make this quite hard. So you have to kind of rely on luck on this, because we're not going to invest in water and air, because it takes up too many DNA points to go about doing it. And to be fair, once you've reached the zombie stage, it makes no difference, you know, whether you can infect the waters and air or not. So we're going to take Zanu, however you fucking pronounce that, and that increases the infectivity, the mutation chance, and it makes cross-species infection possible. Very useful. Only costs 3 points as well. So we're going to take that, and then what we're going to take after that is we're actually going to take insect. The reason for that is that it increases the infectivity in hot climates, which is where we started our virus, and it also increases the chance of mutation, which will be very useful. We need all the DNA we can get with this, believe me. So, we need 9, I think, for that. Yes, we do. There we go. Now, the next thing we're going to be taking is segmented genome. It's going to take a while for us to accumulate the DNA points for this, but it's going to be more than worth it because of the very increased chance of mutation during transmission. So, yeah, we're definitely going to get that next. It's going to take a little while. It's a bit of a weird one, this, because you need to kind of turtle it, if you know what I mean. You need to wait it out. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. We might not necessarily infect any borders yet. There we go. 21. Excellent. So the next thing I want to try and invest in is probably bat. You can probably do bat or bird, in all honesty, but bat is cheaper and it does kind of the same thing as the bird, except that it's a lot harder to detect, so that, you know, the scientists aren't going to be able to see it as quickly. So yeah, definitely be a good idea to take bat, I think. I think it was 12, wasn't it, or 11? And we've already mutated a symptom, so as you can see, definitely a different tree here. This side is probably the best route to mutate, because it slows future research speed, which would be very beneficial with this, and also it leads to some it actually leads to the zombie symptom as well. Now you probably notice the ability page is a bit empty. There's only really drug resistance and the cold and heat. That's because you don't unlock the other abilities until you get to the zombification stage. So we need to let this run. We need it to start infecting. Yeah, there we go. Finally, it started to infect India. Now we can take the bat. There we go. Now what I want to concentrate on is getting the drug resistance and the cold resistance. But we're going to take one of each rather than the 2 that we normally do take. We don't want to spend too much on those kind of things, because once there's a cure for the infection, and once the infection is basically no longer there, then it's completely pointless. Okay, drug and cold resistance. Now all we do is wait, as funny as that sounds, but before we do actually wait, This particular one only costs 1 DNA point. It does slightly reduce infection rates, but it's only 1 point. I'd rather spend the 1 point on that and then let it evolve into one of these other ones. So there we go. Now we need to pray that we can get, especially this side of the world, infected. It's very important that we try and get at least half the world infected. It's not always going to happen, but it's very important that we try and get that before we start the zombification process, because otherwise it's going to make the late game, the second stage of the game, very difficult. Okay, scientists have now spotted what it is. That's not really surprising. They're going to start taking action. Hopefully they're not going to get rid of the border just yet. Looks like they haven't. That's good. But once they start shutting the borders, then it's going to be very difficult for it to spread. Okay, they've already took the seal off. Okay. Oh yes, it's infected America. Thank you. That's a big thing. Now you're probably thinking, well, hang on, Feng. What about these other countries? I mean, ain't they going to get infected because of these being shut down very quickly? Yeah, you're right. They're not. But there is actually a really nice ability once you've zombified your prey, and you can actually control the hordes. You can actually send them to other countries, which is really cool. But you do need to invest heavily in it. That's the only problem. So that's one thing we're going to have to end up doing. Now I need to try and build up at least 50 DNA before we go through the zombification process. And we're not going to go through the zombification process till we hit around about 80% cure. It might be 75% actually. Yeah, because the last time I did it at 85, and I literally just made it. There was actually a few that were still infected that did get cured because they were still infected rather than zombified. So I'm probably going to set it off around about 75%. And we've got a load of symptoms coming on now, so that's great. Reducing infection rates again, which wasn't really happy about that, but at least it increases infection rates from the salivation, so that's good. I'm okay with that. Now they're going to try and get rid of it pretty quickly. Again, I'm really worried because most of the world haven't been infected yet. Only about a third of the world's infected. We need at least half. And also in like different countries, not in the same country overall. Africa hasn't been touched yet. That's even more worrying. It hasn't been done yet. Oh, the World Cup's been cancelled as well. That's not good. Although the UK is already infected, so that's not really a big deal. Now we just need to wait for it to infect. Come on, come on. Infect you bastards. There we go. Now we've got Saudi. Is that Saudi Arabia? Yeah. No, it wasn't Saudi Arabia. It was Iraq. There we go. Okay, we've got a decent amount of DNA points now. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Let's have a look at the damage. Yeah, we still need at least half, really. The second stage is where the actual infection starts to zombify people. And then once that's dealt with, that's actually a pretty short phase. Once that stage is dealt with, then the third stage is trying to achieve domination, which is actually pretty damn difficult. Even though you've got the ability to increases infectivity and slows future research speed. That's even better. Thank you. That's brilliant. At least is it fatal? Yeah, it's a bit lethal. Yeah, so they might start. Yeah, they might actually start giving it faster research now, which is not good because I need more infections. Come on. People are dying faster in the UK than being infected. That's not good. Come on. We've got 30%. I'm actually really happy. The last time I only got nearly 1/3 of the world infected at least. It's coming up to half now, so that's good. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. We've got quite a lot of DNA points as well, which is very handy. But I'm not going to spend any on slowing research speed. It's pointless. What would actually be gutting now is if the mutation evolves the zombification one, which is actually that one there. If you haven't already guessed, turns dead into the undead. If it evolves into that one too early, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem. It's looking good. It's looking good so far. I really wished America was a bit more infected than it is, though. Doesn't seem to be that much of an infection over there. No. At least over half the continents are infected. That's a good sign. The cannibalism symptom. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, this is interesting. Definitely some nice mutations here, but yeah, the whole world's now focusing on trying to get this cure. We've nearly got half the world. Nearly. It's, well, it's not even half. Yeah, it's 38% of the world. Come on. Yeah, it's coming close to 75%, so I think we're going to need some before our things now. And let's just cancel that one. There we go. Right then. Crunch time. Zombie. Okay, so now at this phase, what will happen is that all the people that are infected will turn to zombies. Now it will take a little bit of time for that to happen, which is the reason why we've started to do it before the cure has actually been made. Now what we need to do is we need to focus on two things. We need to focus on making these zombies as unkillable as possible. We need to increase their combat efficiency, but we also need to make sure that we can direct them to where we want them to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to firstly invest in this one, which increase the lethality and other stuff. This one will increase severity, which is what we need as well, increasing the movement speed. And then we need to focus on enhancing the strength to increase more severity. We need the severity as high as possible, really, before the lethality. And acid reflux, which will basically spit acidic acid, which is great. Muscle growth around the subdural duct lets some zombies spit projectiles at prey. So yeah, we'll probably, I don't know if you're going to go with that one or not. Actually, I might just go with the dermal clarification. Right, now we've got that. Now we need to focus on our abilities. Now this is the one, Horde Instinct. So this is the one that allows you to activate an ability which directs the Horde to wherever you want it to go. This one here actually decreases the composition, which is good. And this one actually effectively raises the dead. The ones that are already dead, raises them again. But Horde Instinct is definitely the more useful of the three. So we're going to go with structural travel and increased ocean travel. Now we need to focus as well on getting more and more hordes to actually follow each other. So at the moment it'll only do 1 or 2 zombies. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's actually useful early on because we can try and infect some of the other countries that haven't been infected yet. So that's definitely something we're going to try and do. South Asia, well, it's still early, not many zombies have been made yet, so we need to wait for that, really. We need to wait for the zombies to actually be, and yeah, wow, it's 88% complete already. Okay, so yeah, we're going to focus on this now. So that one increases it to hundreds of thousands, and this will increase it to millions, and that's the one we probably want. There we go. Right, so now we can actually do one straight away. So who do we need to infect first? We should probably think about infecting Africa, really. So is there a nearby country that could sort that out? Yes, there is. There we go. So that'll start infecting that. And some of these are already completely zombified, so that's great. Right, now we need to focus on other countries that haven't been infected. That have been infected, so that's good. Really want to try and infect everywhere if we can. Right, okay, so these here, we can go ahead and infect that, like so. The UK Yeah, the UK hasn't actually been fully infected yet. I wonder if we can get the ones from Poland over. No, we can't. Damn. Sometimes you can. Sometimes I think it's mainly just adjacent countries you can make them travel to, as you can see here. So we can't really infect these two yet, which might be a bad thing. Hang on. Let me see if we can. Let me go from there. Oh, maybe it is. Oh no, it's infected now. Oh well. That needed infecting anyway, I think, so it's no big deal. Brilliant. A lot of places getting infected now. We've actually got a lot of points now, so I'm going to make them a bit more combat efficient. So we'll take cranial epilepsy and bomb dysplasia. Yeah. That's going to give them a massive advantage, combat advantage against the humans, which is what we need. The cube is nearly done, but that's pointless. Okay, so here's the third stage of this particular disease. ZCOM. In response to the growing zombie threat, a powerful military organisation called ZCOM has been set up. Its mission, defend humanity from the dead. This is probably the most important bit. We need to swarm this with zombies ASAP. If you don't do that, then they become so strong that it doesn't matter how many zombies and how combat efficient they are, you're not going to be able to kill them. So we need to do this as soon as possible. Thankfully, we've got a ton of zombies right there that can... Whoa, look at these infections! Holy God, we can actually make them a hell of a lot more effective. Master tension, yes, let's take that. Anabolic boost. Severity significantly increased, yeah, and that gives us 17 points left. So yeah, oh my God, they're nearly dead already. Oh God, they've been eliminated. Oh yes, I'm so happy about that. That's the quickest I've ever eliminated them, actually. That is the quickest I've ever eliminated those. That's amazing. They're completely wiped out. That's absolutely superb. What they all need to focus on now is basically infecting the rest of the world with our zombies, which shouldn't take very long at all. Let's infect Canada. There we go. And because of how combat efficient they are, the humans won't stand a chance at all. As you can see, Canada's already nearly gone. Jesus Christ. And look at that as well. Iceland's just, Greenland's just gone like that. So fast because of how combat efficient they are. This is what I mean. You don't have to worry about infecting too many places. You know, you don't have to worry about infecting everywhere before the queue is made. As long as you've got these abilities to be able to do this, and as long as the zombies are combat efficient, then you've got no worries whatsoever. Madagascar, not for much longer. Now, is there any other country that hasn't been infected yet? Any of the... Right, New Zealand. Okay, we'll focus on that next then. There we go. Everywhere else will be infected as well, I think. Let me have a look. Yeah, everywhere else is infected. It's literally now just wait and just watch the fireworks. And that's absolutely hilarious. I might even go absolutely ham and increase them even more. Bloody hell, yeah. That's going to be absolutely hilarious, that is. That's it. Look at how quick they're going. Jesus Christ. Yeah. We must be careful though, because there's still some that haven't been fully infected yet. There we go. We've got enough DNA to be able to infect them anyway, so that's not really a big deal. And I believe that is everyone infected, and we've done it. There we go, brilliant. So that was an enjoyable one. Definitely one of the harder ones as well, especially if you ain't too sure how the actual mechanics of that particular virus work. But there you have it. Okay then guys, I'll see you next time.